YAJFF. YAJFF. YA.
Worry about voting when voting is still like I mean, because honestly, why would you worry about voting if you just gonna vote the same people? Like Antonio, when he does vote, he votes for Ronald McDowell. Robble.
Welcome to YAJ. Welcome to YAJ.
Is what? Hunker down again.
It says Kaiser Health News. Society is reopening. Prepare to hunker down again. You couldn't hunker down the MFs the first time. I don't know what the hell they keep talking about hunker down.
Hunker down. We're gonna hunker down. We're gonna hunker down.
Try to get that crap. YouTube Tuesday. What's up, spiritual brothers and sisters? We all know y'all not gonna chime in until about 8:30.
No, you got 4 viewers right now.
4 viewers. All right. Veronica Rose, Antonio, Buzz Lightyear, Bradley, and myself.
We all here tonight.
And we thoroughly enjoyed Saturday's segment, and I really did. That was pretty cool because the whole thing about Saturday was, even though YouTube, basically YouTube blocked
Didn't
us.
get it.
And then at the last minute, they want to show the ending credits of it, like they done so much. But,
what's up, Lawrence?
What's up, Lawrence?
Hope you had a good birthday.
Okay, Floyd family. I understand y'all did a great thing. Y'all basically did something for the entire world, but no more eulogies. And I swear to God, if I see Al Sharpton one more time, I'm going to cuss him out. I don't want to see that phony, fake, whatever the hell he is, thinking that he's for our people. I had enough. The hell he need to speak for.
Tell it like it is. How you really feel.
Yeah, because I don't like Al Sharpton nor Jesse Jackson. I never have. They act like they speak for our people so much, but I don't see where. But look here. The reason why I chose this topic, identity, is with me and Antonio, and then of course Veronica Rose and I also talked about it. And I had a friend of mine, and also speaking for myself.
Hi, Tammy.
Identity goes multiple directions. And sometimes identity also goes with the territory of having biracial children. I got 3. And of course, that makes my grandchildren biracial. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand is you already have a tough enough time being black or white, or Hispanic, or Asian, or whatever you are.
Susie says, I love his speech.
Who? Al Sharpton? Well, you black anyway. You wouldn't know.
Tammy says, hi, love, and hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Tammy.
Yeah, you're right, I said, Susie. You black anyway. You wouldn't know. But the whole thing about it is,
Doing good.
what you got to understand is, usually you try to find your identity when you hit school. But for some reason, there are parents who choose a child's identity when it's not their right. If you have a black mother, a white father, or vice versa, no parent has the right to choose the identity for them and tell them you need to be with the white people. You need to be with the black people. Let them figure out on their own. See, coming from my experience of not being biracial at all, I'm all black, 100%. Shut up.
I said the same thing.
Shut up. Now, what I'm saying is...
And there's a reason for that, okay?
Right.
And something me and Leslie were talking about is that, I don't know how many of y'all have actually looked into Leslie's eyes, but his eyes are not brown. They are deep green, like hazel. and they do get a little bit lighter green. But, you know, for what we're used to is blacks usually have dark brown eyes or light brown eyes. But like we were talking about, you know, when the kids get mixed sometimes, even if they still have brown eyes, sometimes they're lighter, or sometimes they could be, I had a friend, black friend, that, oh, her eyes were gorgeous. Her eyes were really light green, and they were so beautiful. But you just, you know, this day and age, you don't know who is and who isn't.
She likes to take her shirt, put it against my face, and watch my eyes change colors.
Well, if you wear like a not that green, more the army lighter green, your eyes. But then it depends on your mood too, how your eyes do too.
But the reason why we're coming up with this topic is basically, in a nutshell, it's like this. No parent, black or white, Hispanic, Asian, has the right to tell their child which avenue they should go down. When I used to sit at the lunch table, it was kind of awkward, not being a mixed child, sitting there going, who do I eat with? So I came up with a conclusion. Sit at the table by yourself and see who joins you. They either will or they won't. Because if you have to make a choice, it could be the wrong choice. Like I had to go through with the blacks. I'm not black enough. Or the whites. Shut up, Antonio. Don't think I can't see you. Or with the whites, that I'm a wigger. But the whole thing about what I'm getting at is, for true biracial children, some parents who get mad at the other parent and they happen to be of an opposite color, they pick and choose where they should go. Now, understanding later in life, when you are a biracial child, I don't know why your white mama or your white daddy don't explain to you that the Ku Klux Klan and the Nationalists don't like biracial children. They never have, and they never will.
The children never done anything to them.
And,
but what are you going to do when one of your children have one?
mm-hmm.
Because, you know, you got to swallow that when you have one. Are you going to just sit there and walk away? Or are you going to do something to that grandchild? Because I got news for you. Those that hide behind the mask. Mm-hmm. You can hide behind it, but don't think we don't know who you are.
Right. And don't forget, this is just part of...
Susie says your eyes are like a moon ring.
Thank you, Susie. But the whole thing about it is, I'm not just talking about... this is not why I'm hitting on race. This goes back to the whole thing of why we're marching, why we're disgusted what's going on, why we feel that all you aging people that are sitting there thinking that you know everything need to move along in life. Go be retired, because it's time for new blood.
New blood? Sue said you a white boy.
That's what I've been up against. Has the U.S. lost their identity? I think we have. Because we got a bunch of people who think they know what's best for everybody else. We got a bunch of people who I call, or you call, the nationalists. How are they able to spew their hate, but nobody else can? How are they able to tell you about our ancestors, but then you tell us to get over it? How come when y'all do something wrong, you're quick to rush to judgment, but you deem everybody else as criminals? So we have lost our identity, because guess what? If you really want us to have our identity, then we should have the opportunity to fight back. We should have the opportunity to call the police on you when you're standing there doing nothing. We should be able to stand at the front step of your house and tell you, do you have ID? Because it's kind of funny how all y'all are telephone tough guys, but yet when you go to jail, you act like bitches.
Not a good thing.
I'm just saying. Has race played a whole identity thing in this? Because I don't know if y'all notice, whether you're straight or gay, but a lot of black women are with white women. A lot of black men are with white men. So I'm trying to figure out, is it a race, or we just pick and choose when to talk about it?
No, I think it's a new generation coming along.
Bam. So that means that Trump, you and your generation, y'all need to move on. Y'all need to go and retire already. Go to a nursing home. Whatever y'all need to do to feel good at night. Because I'm done and tired of y'all. Y'all have basically done nothing for this planet except destroy it and have pointed the finger at others. So yeah, that's why I said
Well, if you point one finger at something, if you're pointing a finger at somebody, you're pointing three fingers back at yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, Susie said that 2 of your children's identity is white and only one child's identity is black.
Okay, why are you putting my business out there, Susie?
Yeah, but I hate to say this, the one that you said is black, I think is more along of, what did I say, Latina?
Oh, my Latino daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boo right
See,
there.
that's the thing.
That's my baby right there.
You can't tell this day and age. I mean, you just can't tell anymore. You really can't.
No. I mean, the whole thing about it is like this.
Hold up, before you say that. The thing I talked to you about this. I don't know how many of y'all back in the day used to watch Phil Donahue. Okay? Phil Donahue, there was a thing on Facebook, and some of you might have seen it, some of you haven't. There was this white gentleman that was talking on there, and he was talking, they had the blacks and the whites in the room and stuff like that. He kept talking, and all of a sudden he said to the effect that that he keeps hearing people say that we need to go back to Africa. Well, the fact of the matter is, the majority of the people, black people that are here right now, are not from Africa. They were born in the United States. They are from the United States. But he had something that he said was that, you're telling us to go back to Africa, but the whites, how many of you have been, mixed with German, Irish, all this and that and the other, so the United States? The first people that were here, supposedly, is the Indians. So, basically, all you have is a whole bunch of different people in the United States. So you can't just tell one culture to go back somewhere that they weren't even born or raised in.
Mm-hmm. All we're saying is this, that at some point, that's right, at some point, people need to understand it's not your right to choose someone else's identity. But the only thing you can do is help and guide them in the right direction. Because it's already bad enough that your own people ridicules you at every step you are. I mean, as a black man, I should have been embraced by my culture, not ridiculed because of my color. I mean, hell, I can understand why some of these people are accepting of whites, but people don't realize as you get older, you see the truth for what it is. See, the generation that I have, I was blessed to grow up with a lot of white kids that kind of understood what I was going through from their parents and how they say, hey, you don't need to be talking to that black boy. You don't need to be coming over here and telling you come outside and play. I'm glad things have changed. Only things is that people have become social distance because instead of whites really being in a neighborhood apartment complex, they move to houses where there's hardly no kids. Or they're not allowed to go outside or play with the neighborhood boy or whatever it may be. But here's the thing that we've been saying all along. If they change these laws, you really think it's going to get any better? I know it's going to be a future segment for next time, but do you really think it's going to get any better? We've been saying it for 2 years now. Y'all haven't listened to one thing we've said. We told you martial law is going to come. It did. Martial law is still here. They still got a curfew. That's martial law.
Where is the curfew? It ain't here in Virginia.
No, because we're not idiots. We're not idiots.
Not a lot of places are doing the martial law that much. There are certain places that are.
The cities are. Richmond.
Yeah, the cities,
DC.
because that's where everybody's doing all the stuff is down in the cities.
Right. But the whole thing about it is, and you had COVID-19. You had to stay in the house. I mean, you had protesting. Then you had protesting with guns because we told you stay in the house for your safety. but nothing went down on that one. Whatever it may be, you have now seen that there's someone pulling the strings, and it's not for the good. Go back and watch all your movies. Someone is pulling the strings, and it's not good, and it's for their own personal benefit. I'm just saying, y'all have already made up theories that George might be alive. You know what? Look, whether he's alive or not, it doesn't even matter anymore. What matters is that nobody has the right to take your life. You cannot say that, oh, because I got a car with an automatic weapon, I shot a police officer, his life is more valuable than mine. But this guy and his posse can make up stories and say, oh, we found 10 pounds of kilos of cocaine on him. But it started out as a routine traffic stop, but we turned off our body cam, so you can't see what really happened. Look, man, the whole purpose of having kids is for them to bury us, not us bury them. The whole purpose of having kids is for your DNA, to prolong your legacy.
Carry on your legacy.
That's the whole purpose. The whole purpose is God set us out here to be fruitful and multiply, not stingy and selfish. But since God,
because when you die, you can't take it with you.
Nothing.
You can't take it with you.
No, you can't. And since God refused to remove the ones that ain't doing shit, guess we got to figure out something. I'm just saying, because believe me when I tell you, I'm tired of reading the Bible and it says that, oh, you get promised when you die. Well, then why am I living? Why I gotta wait till I die to get what I want? Whoa, when I die, I get a mansion? Why can't I have a mansion now?
I don't want a mansion. I just want a one-story house, 3 bedrooms, and a screened-in porch.
I want a yacht full of hookers.
Oh my God. Really?
And Buzz Lightyear to be my sidekick. That's right. I'll be a sidekick.
Yeah, uh-huh. You're a sidekick, all right.
Play me out, homie.
We hope we don't get you off the boat. And all your
What you trying to
horses,
say, Veronica?
and all your horses are going, we got
YAJF. YAJ.
Buzz, you get my life work. From me to yours, Buzz Lightyear say, y'all have a nice week. See you Saturday.
Yeah, see you Saturday. Don't forget, Father's Day is the 21st.
Oh yeah, Father's Day. It's going to be Father's Day weekend and about 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. 2 more
Not this
weeks.
weekend, the next weekend. And then my children's birthday is on the 25th.
Welcome.